guys, back in the gym today. So training upper today, but the main purpose of this video, whilst you'll see the training alongside it, is talking about my plans for 2025, this my pro debut season, talking about the shows that I'll be doing and kind of what I want to see from that process. So yeah, I'll actually reveal the shows that I'm going to compete in within this video, which is actually quite more exciting than you would think. Like when I announce it, you'll see why. Because I'm kind of, I don't want to say taking a risk, but I'm doing something which will take me out of my comfort zone a little bit in a way that, you know, I didn't anticipate this season was going to go with. So we will talk about that in the video. But other than that, it's a Monday, it's an upper day. The usual sort of setup that I'm running. I think a few things have changed within this session. So we'll go through it. I'll explain kind of why and how I'm approaching this session. But this session's been probably the most productive setup for me for my physique, like in terms of bringing up what I want to and focus on the areas that I need to. So we start on back. The back is definitely the area for me that I need more of. So we start on the back, focus on that whilst fresh, off the back of 2 rest days. So I always have the weekend off. I start on Monday with upper, really fresh, ready to get the most from it. So yeah, I think it's going to go well. We hit a new low of 84.8 kilograms this morning, and that's off the back of a small adjustment to food where we pulled out 25 carb and 5 fat on both days, just to keep me moving at a really desirable pace at the start, starting sort of position of prep where you want to be, you know, getting ahead so we can step off the gas pedal later on. But yeah, so got a single arm pull down, run this at the front because it's quite heavy in the short. Compared to like other things that I do, like the Nautilus would drop off. But yeah, it's been feeling really nice. So we're going to start on this, and yeah, I'll show you the full upper session whilst running you through my competitive plans. Oh god. So that being at the front has been progressing every week. This is the first time I've held, but I think it's just that shift in body weight. But still happy with that. Big lows today, so it kind of makes sense. Yeah, just a little tip when you do this though. I don't rest that long in between each arm because my right arm's quite a bit stronger. Just a little tip when I do this though. I don't rest between each arm that long, maybe literally 30 seconds. The only reason being is because my right's a lot stronger than my left. So the difference in strength, if it's quite big, you can rest a little bit shorter. Because I just want to match the reps, and it's a bit quicker. So if you're disliking single arm work because it takes forever, just be mindful of like how long you rest. Yes, rest a while, make sure you're fresh if you're pretty balanced in strength. But if there is a big difference, you could go into it a little bit quicker. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh. Yeah, this is one of my favourite upper back movements I'm doing at the moment. It's not chest supported, but I think if you really think about what you're trying to achieve, it's not going to matter that much. So just try and avoid your spine kind of extending too much and then like flexing as well. Try to keep your spine quite neutral, keep your chest up, and then you're just here, chest up, you're thinking about wrapping your arms around. So your lats are wrapping around your body. See how far you can stretch just in that position. Doing this isn't worth it. You're not going to get more stretch for your traps doing that, or at least if you do get a little bit of stretch, it's not worth it because you're just bringing a rector into the equation. That's not what you want. That's not what I want in this. I've got legs tomorrow. Like, I don't want to be going into legs with a sore lower back. I train my lower back when I do RDLs. I do 2 sets. Like, that's all I need, you know. But yeah, this is a really nice movement for me. You just got to think about really like retracting hard, and then at the same time flaring your elbows out and just getting into this really nice contraction. So it's been progressing pretty quick. We'll put a 20 on the stack today. We'll see what we get. Oh, jeez. Yeah, if you do upper back rows and your biceps are hurting, it's because it's a fixed grip. So something like this, game changer. You can get this attachment at Gym Pin. Use my code PAL10. Such a good attachment because you can literally just choose that alignment, that width that works for you. Right, so the first plan this year, that's quite exciting. The first kind of one of the shows that I'll be doing. This isn't like completely planned yet in terms of the date, but it's definitely going to happen. I really want to see it happen. Is I'm going to do a classic physique show within probably the NPC, and most likely in an assisted show, because I want to see kind of just where I stand against like assisted physiques. So it'll be amateur, like NPC maybe. Probably will be my first show I do, just because the look that will fit classic for my physique is kind of will work for earlier on in the season. So I really retain my fullness before I get super peeled. And in classic, obviously condition matters, but there's other elements to it than just getting absolute striated glutes and stuff like that. Whilst obviously that's the case in bodybuilding too, in classic, you know, it's really important to have that shape, that fullness. So I'll be doing it as like my first show. I haven't picked which show I'm going to do yet, but it's definitely something I'm going to do. If I leave this season not doing that, I'll be pretty upset. I want to see where I stand within it. So that's the first exciting plan. And I've done Classic Physique before. I got my pro card in Classic Physique in the Natural Olympia. I won the Natural Olympia Open Classic. And I think my physique fits Classic pretty well. But obviously, in an assisted lineup, it's a different kettle of fish. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'm excited for it. Game on. Right, so doing 3 sets on here. So this is where the highest level of volume within my back is. Just because for me, I really need to focus on terrace and width from the front, like in the front double. It's very important for my physique. But this is like the Cybex Classic pull down. Really nice machine, especially for terrace. What I like about it is it really kind of pulls you away and forces you to stretch away. So you can get in a very nice kind of elevated position through the delts just to give you that extra stretch. And then as you contract, you just need to think about bringing it all down. But it lows up the lengthen position like crazy, and it drops off a lot. So it's very, very nice for this point in the session. But it's also nice because anything that drops off in the short on a movement like this is good, because people tend to struggle. They struggle in this last bit. They start going like this, and they keep the shoulder elevated. If you're doing that, you're not hitting your lat. You're not getting your lat short at all. You need to think about keeping the chest forward and just bringing it down. If you're doing this stuff, it's just a waste. So this is perfect because it's like allowing me to not make that mistake at all, just because of the way the resistance profile works. Oh, Jesus Christ. That machine is so dodgy. It's like, when I put any weight on it, it just starts shaking. Oh, fuck. These. Oh. Right, we're going on to the Smith press. So we've done back, now on to push. Basically, this press is like trying to be a bit of a hybrid between front delt and chest, because I don't do any specific shoulder pressing in this session. Just from an efficiency standpoint, firstly, it allows me to attribute more work on my back and focus on that, but also like having to do less movements within the session is ideal because I don't have like 3 hours to do this session, to be honest, because I have to pick up my son and so on every week on a Monday. So yeah, this works really well, but I was in the Nautilus incline, but I started aggravating my shoulder because the grips are kind of like this, and it's quite externally rotated. So this is quite new in. I find this angle actually quite difficult for me. Like I find high incline actually easier, and then I find flat way easier, obviously, but yeah, I'm just getting used to it. So we'll see how it goes, because I did 3 plates, but I think I need to reset it a little bit, maybe do 215, just to have a bit more ownership through it. And then from there, I think I might be able to get back up to 3 plates. But you won't see me touch my chest, just because that extra stretch I don't find useful for me. I find it just creates a lot of elasticity. Just with the angle that I'm doing it, like on an incline, as long as you're getting your arm behind your torso here, you're fine, that's stretched. Like any more, it just aggravates my shoulder, and it just forces me to touch my chest, and that touch of the chest actually kind of gives me, even if I'm not bouncing it, it gives you a bit of elasticity in the movement. So oh. You're probably wondering why I didn't get a spot on that set. Now, I'm not saying you need to do this, but because I'm dieting and I'm just thinking about I want to retain as much as I can, and the intricate details matter so much, I would rather just standardize me doing this on my own, not getting the help each week, because I don't have a training partner. So every single person that can spot me might spot me a little bit differently, and then it's hard to understand my performance. So for me, going in and just having that aim of doing the same work without a spot, and maybe even if that is 1 RAR, and just retaining that work over time to protect the muscle, is going to work really well. So yeah, that felt really good, and I just feel like my ownership's better as well. You just know where your fader point is, and you can just drive through that in an accurate way, as opposed to like getting very aggressive, and then you suddenly get to failure, and then you're like, and your form breaks down. So yeah, I was happy with that. That was 9 reps. Last time I did 3 plates for 5, I think. So maybe if I spend another week there, get that to 10, I know I can go back up to 3. So because I had a bit more control in that top set, I actually was able to progress the back off. So honestly, I think sometimes if you're really struggling to progress and you keep asking people to spot you all the time, maybe see how you go without one. Just really understand your fader point and what your actual performance is. Just keep going to that fader point, and you might be able to push more progress, as opposed to, you know, burying yourself too much. You don't really want to be taking too many force reps. Yes, you want to train really fucking hard, don't get me wrong, but just mindlessly taking force reps doesn't help a lot of the time. Fuck. Oh, jeez. Right, so the second show or the second plan I'll be doing this year is there's a show that I really have wanted to do for a long time. And, well, actually, there's two I've wanted to do for a long time. But one wasn't announced for a long time, so obviously the first one being MBW, like, that show's been in my mind for a while. Like, I've really been wanting to do this show because I know how well AJ is going to run it, and I just know how good a show it's going to be. And I think it'll be pretty cool to be like the first ever pro winner in that show. I'd love that to be the case. It's a big goal of mine to bring a physique worthy of doing that. Obviously, whoever turns up is out of my control. So there's no way I'm just expecting to win a show. But I really do want to strive for winning that show. The other show that I've been planning to do for a long period of time is the AMBF. I've seen how amazing that show is. Just the way that it's ran, the fact it's in a massive stadium is really cool. The production, everything looks amazing about that show. And I feel like MBW is going to do the exact same this year. It's going to be a similar level, and I need to be involved in both of those. Those are the two big pro shows for me this year, really. In terms of the MBF as well, I feel like the last year, the standard of that show, it was kind of like a world pro level show, 100%. So if I can do that show, I can be in the mix with some top athletes and see where I kind of land within that. And I would love to, I'd be happy with top 5 of that show, but top 3 is something I really want to strive for in that show. Who knows what could happen? Like, again, I really want to bring a winning worthy physique, but it's out of my control who turns up. But yeah, the MBW, I just know how amazing that show is going to be this year. Cannot wait for that. There's already such a high standard in that pro level as well. But then the AMBF in Austria will be a really nice experience competing abroad as well. So these are two like pro bodybuilding shows that are proper solidified and really like the big ones in my head. So they're also going to be kind of the ones that I can really be pushed at that pro level, and I can't wait for it. So yeah, pro debuts this year. Obviously we're going to do classic as well, those two shows, and then I'm going to announce something else very shortly in the video. Oh, Jesus Christ, that hurts. Oh, this pec fly is lovely. Really nice pec fly. I've been doing a lot of flies where it's like from the elbow, so like this, and like cuffed stuff. But I found that from doing this stuff for so long, I've really learned how to perform fly the right way, that I can now do something like this and get so much from it. Whereas a lot of people do a standard pec fly like this, and what they do is they start rounding forward at the delt, and the end point's like this. Your end point should be like this. You should be trying to do this, all right? Like you think about your upper arms leading and drawing together. So your forearms should almost fall behind your upper arms. That's what you want to try to do, like, you know, here. Because if I come here, the delt moves forward. You want to think about being pinned back, and then you're just bringing the delt across, not forward, to shorten the pec. But yeah, once you've perfected that, stuff like this is really nice. Like you can do pec flies the right way. All I would say is these machines tend to be quite heavy in the short. So make sure you get a lot of ownership in the stretch. Make sure you stretch out a lot and pause there. Spend a good amount of time there. And you can get a lot of stimulus from this, which I'm doing right now. So I initially thought this in because of my issue with my shoulder, but now it's a staple. Like it's staying in because it feels so good. Right, so we're finishing the upper day with the arms. So 3 sets of triceps, and I'll do 3 sets of biceps afterwards. Actually, no, sorry, 2 sets of biceps. Now, if I had weaker arms, because I do biceps at the end of pull, triceps at the end of push, I'd probably genuinely start doing arms at the front of my sessions, just because you've seen the length of this session. Arguably, if you have weak arms, you struggle to grow them. Doing them at this stage, I think, can be quite difficult to be productive, especially in a deficit, So if you are struggling, you could trial doing arms at the front of your upper day, but that has to be if your arms are weak. If you start doing arms at the front of your upper day and your arms are like somewhat decent, it's just going to take away from your other lifts potentially. You might be getting like a lot of bicep in your pulls, you might be getting a lot of tricep in your presses. So only do that if you have weak arms, but it is a good strategy you could do. Doing 3 sets of the cuff push down, biasing the short head on my tricep, that's the area I need to focus on. And then, yeah, we'll do the seated bicep curl. And after that, I'll explain to you my final kind of goal for this year, which is the most exciting one, so stay tuned. Oh, fuck. Right, so the final announcement of the shows I'll be doing. Now this is the most exciting one, so it's a bit of a plot twist, but I'll be competing as an amateur this year, potentially. Nothing's like absolutely confirmed yet, but the reason being is because I want to do the WWF Worlds. I want to go to the WWF Worlds potentially. The reason being is like, it's kind of is like the highest level of natural bodybuilding when you think about like the American side of it. So like if I do the Austria AMBF show, that's like the highest potential within Europe, and then if you do the WWF Worlds, you're doing the highest potential like in America, and there's obviously a lot of Europeans there as well. So you do both of them, it gives myself a really good understanding of where I sit within the Pro League, and that's what I want from me. Like I don't want to just do like 2 like shows and that, or like a couple of shows that maybe the standard could be a little bit higher or whatever. and I do well in, but I'm not actually coming against the best guys. I want to make sure this season I'm in the mix. That's what I need. I need to understand where I stand. I need to understand how much work I need to be doing. Obviously, I'm always going to be putting in the work, but you know, I want to be motivated to the highest possible level coming out of this season and moving forward. So the reason being is I have to compete as an amateur is because WBF, you have to get the pro card. I haven't got a WBF pro card. I've got a PNBA pro card, and then certain shows allow for any pro to enter. Other federations don't, which I have no dispute against. It's just their rules, and you have to abide by the rules, you know. So I will potentially be doing WBF UK as an amateur and chasing the WBF pro card, and then doing the WBF Worlds. Nothing's confirmed yet. Like, it's not 100% if I'm going to do this or not, but it's like the plan in my head, if that makes sense. Like, this is what is in my head right now. So obviously we'll see how prep progresses. It does mean that I will be on stage with like some of my clients and some very good clients potentially, but that's fine. Like, I'll be just as satisfied if like my clients are pushing me, because it shows I've done my job well. So as I said in the previous video with Bert, but yeah, like, it's going to be an exciting season. It's maybe a bit of a risk, but it's going to carry a lot of momentum if it goes well. And I do believe in my ability to get that pro card, definitely. So that is the plan. It's going to be an exciting season ahead. We've got IFBB Classic, WBF UK, WBF Worlds, AMBF, MBW. So a nice distribution of shows. And then there might be some extra shows that I'm eyeing up potentially doing. So there might be some extra, some of those might go out. I know for 100% AMBF and MBW is happening, like, regardless. Like, those are shows that I really, really, really want to do. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting season, and hopefully you enjoy the upper day. So it's just showing you my upper setup right now in prep. It was a really good session. I was happy with how I retained numbers, despite the food drop, despite the new low, and I definitely look a lot sharper today. So things are looking pretty promising. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting season ahead. Let's get after it. We are, as of right now, 23 weeks out from that WBF show. And yeah, prep's here, it's getting real. But yeah, I appreciate all the support. Like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you in the next video very soon.